Hello my dear students, welcome back to Learn Physics. In today's video, we are continuing with the exercise questions, that is revision questions we were doing with the kinematics portion. These questions I had taken from DC Pandey sir's book. Okay, so last class we did some of the questions and the rest of the questions, around 74 questions are there in the taking it together section. All the portions which I did in the kinematic section, that under that playlist, all the concept together we are considering here in these 75 questions. So after that, previous year NEET question paper, which and all questions are asked, that also will be discussing. Okay, so the first in today's first question is, displacement of a particle depends on time t as x equals alpha t square minus beta t cube. Choose the correct statements from the following. First, so the displacement is given like that, and some of the options are given. You should find out choose the incorrect option, not the correct one, incorrect option. First one, particle never returns to its starting point. So here the particle is not coming back to its starting point. So how can we find out whether the particle will be coming back to its starting point? That is when this time this is equal to 0. So this is x is equal to 0. What will happen? Alpha t square minus beta t cube. Therefore alpha t square equals beta t cube. Here t will be equal to beta by alpha. So at time t, this will be coming back to its previous position at x is equal to, when t equals, choose the incorrect statement. Here the particle will never returns to its starting point. So this is at time t equals beta by alpha, particle will be coming back to its starting point. So that is the wrong answer, that is at time t equals beta by alpha, particle will come back to its starting point. So that is an incorrect option. And then next one, particle comes to rest after the time 2 alpha by 3 beta. Particle will come to rest after time 2 alpha divided by 3 beta. So when the particle will be coming to rest position, how can we find out? Here displacement is given, right? Position is given like this. How can we find out the velocity? When velocity is equal to 0, that time only the object will be coming to rest position, right? So we can find out the velocity by taking the differential of x. So d by dt of alpha t square minus beta t cube. So constants we can take it outside, alpha into 2t minus 3 into beta t square. So when velocity is equal to 0, that time 2 alpha t equals 3 beta t square. So here t will be equal to 2 alpha by 3 beta. So that is a correct option. So here in the question it is given, the particle comes to rest after time 2 alpha by 3 beta. That is correct one. So here the first one, particle will never returns to its starting point. That also wrong. Particle will be coming back to its starting point beta by alpha. This is one of the answers. Now the rest of the options we are checking. So beta is B is the wrong. It's the correct option. It's not coming under incorrect statement. Then initial velocity of the particle is 0. Initial velocity, whether it is 0 or not, how will we find out? See, this is the velocity. This is the velocity which we got, right? So initial velocity means at time t equals 0. What will be the velocity? Velocity will be equal to 0 because t is 0. Here also 0. Velocity can be equal to 0. So C option also not coming and not answer. It is true statement. So it is not coming under the option of incorrect statement. Then the last one, the initial acceleration of the particle is 0. Initial acceleration. So here we can find out the acceleration from the velocity. Acceleration equals dv by dt, d by dt of 2 alpha t minus 3 beta t square. Therefore, that one we will get it as 2 alpha minus 6 beta t. So here in the option, initial acceleration of the particle is 0. When t equals 0, what will happen? A will be existing as 2 alpha. It's not equal to 0. So here D also correct option. So here we are getting two incorrect statements. That is first one and last one. First one was the particle never returns to its starting point, but the particle will be returning to its starting point at beta by alpha. And here A is not equal to 0. Acceleration is not equal to 0, but in the option it is given like acceleration is equal to 0. Okay. Next question. A body starts from rest with uniform acceleration A. Okay. Uniform acceleration is given as A, and the acceleration of the body as a function of time t is given by A equals P into T. Acceleration is given A equals pt. Where P is a constant, then the displacement of the particle in the time t equals 0 to t equals t1. Okay. So we need to find out the displacement. Acceleration is given pt. How can we find? Directly we can't find out the what is that displacement. From acceleration we can find out velocity, and from velocity we can find out the displacement. So velocity will be equal to integral A dt, that is integral pt dt. Therefore P into integral of t to the power n equals t to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Here it will be t equals 0 to t1. Right? So P into t square by 2, upper limit minus lower limit. So here we will get it as half p t1 square. This is velocity. From velocity we can find out the displacement. S is equal to integral v dt. Therefore half p we can take it outside, integral t1 square dt. Limits are 0 to t1. So while integrating we will get it as p into t1 2 plus 1 t cube divided by 3. So substituting the limits we will be getting it as 1 by 6 p t1 cube. This is the displacement which we are getting for that. So here answer is D. Option D, p t1 cube divided by 6. Next question is, a ball is dropped onto the floor from a height of 10 meter. It rebounds to a height of 5 meter. If the ball was in contact with the floor for 0.01 second, what was the average acceleration during the contact? You can consider G as 10 meter per second square. So a ball is dropped. So first case it is dropping down. It's dropped onto the floor at a height of 10 meter. So displacement taken as happened as 10 meter. Initial velocity is equal to 0. Acceleration is 10 meter per second square. Okay. So here, and if it rebounds to a height of, so in second stage it is moving upward direction. So when it is moving upward direction, displacement is 5 meter. Initial velocity will be the final velocity which has happened over here. That is the initial velocity. U. U will be the whatever you are getting V as here, that will be the U. And final velocity will be equal to 0. Acceleration you can consider it as 10 meter per second square. Now we need to find out the average acceleration. Time for which it is in contact is 0.01 seconds. Average acceleration. How can we find out average acceleration? Change in velocity divided by time. Total time. So what is the total change in velocity which has happened over there when it is stretching? Initially the ball is coming downward direction. So what is the final velocity at this position? Here V will be equal to V square minus U square equal to 2AS. We can substitute V square minus U square is 0, 2AS. Okay, therefore B will be equal to root of 200. This is V. That will be the initial velocity here. Initially it is happening this much. Now we need to find out the velocity, what is initial velocity at this position. V square minus U square equals 2AS. Therefore 0 equals minus U square equals 2 into acceleration is acting upward direction into S. What is S here? S is 5. So U square equals, here we are getting it as 100. U square we are getting it as 100. So here U equals root 100. Here average acceleration, final velocity minus initial velocity when we are considering. See, one velocity is acting in the downward direction and other is acting along the opposite direction. So what will be the net velocity which is acting at that position? Average velocity, total change in velocity will be equal to change in velocity will be root 200 minus root 100. Right, change in velocity will be like this because one is acting in the upward direction, downward direction, other is acting in the opposite direction. That will be root 200 plus root 100. Next is, what is that? Time. Average acceleration is root 2 into 10 plus 10 divided by 0.01. Root 2 is 1.414 into 10 plus 10 divided by 0.01. That will be equal to 14.14. 14.14 plus 10 divided by 0.01. So here we will get it as 24.14 into 100. So answer is 2414 meter per second square. So here the option, first option, 2414 meter per second square, that is the correct answer. So what is the average acceleration? Here you should find out the average acceleration along the downward direction and upward direction. So what will be the velocity? Direction of velocity also you should consider over here. Okay, clear? So the next one. A particle A is moving along x-axis. At time t equals 0, it has velocity of 10 meter per second. So at time t equals 0, it has a velocity c 10 meter per second and acceleration equals minus 4 meter per second square. This is for A. Particle B has a velocity 20 meter per second and acceleration is minus 2 meter per second square. Initially, both the particles are at origin. At time t equals 2 seconds, distance between the two particles is. So we need to find out the distance between the particles. So how can we find out? Here distance is S is equal to ut plus half at square. T equals 2 seconds, so 20 plus half into A is minus 4 into 2 square. So here you will get it as 20 minus 8, that is 12 meter. Same way for B also, SB you can find out ut plus half at square and take the difference between these two, you will get the final answer. Okay, so that is actually it's very easy question. It's a normal your board exam questions will be more tougher than this, I guess. Okay, so in between you are getting some simple questions also, and otherwise also what I felt is in the initial stages of the questions you will be getting the easy one. When you are thorough with the topic, then that time only it will be the tedious one will be coming. Same way here also, these are the this is only the 22nd question in the textbook. So it will be around 75 questions are there. In the 22nd question is simple only it is. S is equal to ut plus half at square you can find out. The same way SB ut is 20 into 2 minus half into 2 into t square, 2 square. Okay, so here 40 minus 2 you will be getting 2 into 2 4. So 36 you will be getting, here you are getting here you got it as 12 and here it is 36. Distance will be equal to 24 meter. Displacement you will be getting it as 24 meter as the correct one, A. Okay, so distance travel, here also distance travel we are finding out, find out the displacement. Next question is, a metro rail station, a girl walks up a stationary escalator in time t1. If she remains stationary on the escalator, then the escalator takes her up in time t2. So in a stationary escalator, she is traveling with in time t1, and when it is moving as such, it is taking a time t2. The time taken by her to walk up on the moving escalator. So here better you can by heart this equation, how long it will be taking she is walking up on a moving escalator. What will be the time? In that the total time, the time taken will be T1 T2 divided by T1 plus T2. That is the formula. You can find out using what is that time required for the initial final distance plus initial distance. You can find out first two cases. You can take the displacement and find out. So better than that, you can by heart this equation T1 T2 divided by T1 plus T2. T1 T2 divided by T1 plus T2 is the time taken by the girl to cover a distance, to travel the same distance. Okay, in the escalator also moving and the girl also walking on the escalator. That time, the time required you can find out using T1 T2 divided by T1 plus T2. What is T1 over here? If in a stationary escalator, if she is walking, T1 is the time required to complete the distance, and in a moving escalator, if she is at rest, then the time required is T2. Now in a moving escalator, if she is walking, then the time required you can find out using the formula T1 T2 divided by T1 plus T2. Derivation not required for you. Okay. Next question is, the displacement of a body along x-axis depends on time as root x equals t plus 1. So root x equals t plus 1. Then the velocity of the body will be whether it is increases with the time, decreases with time, independent of time, and none of the above. That is the question. So displacement is given like this. How can we find out the velocity in this case? We can square both the sides. T1 plus t plus 1 the whole square. So dx by dt is the velocity, 2 into t plus 1. So it is velocity also depending on time. So the answer is it depends on time. So next question is, a particle moves along the straight line OX. At a time t, the distance is x equals 40 plus 12t minus t cube. How long would the particle travel before coming to rest? So before coming to rest, how long it will be traveling? Rest position, when it is coming to rest position, at what time it will be coming to rest position? So if you are getting the time, you can easily find out the distance covered during that time, because position, this relation is given, right? First we can find when it will be coming to rest position. For that you can find out the velocity, that is equal to 12 minus 3t square. When velocity equals 0, time will be equal to t square equals 4. Therefore, t equals 2 seconds. At 2 seconds, the object will be coming to rest position. So, in that 2 seconds, what will be the position? X is equal to 40 plus 12 2s are 24 minus 8. Therefore, 64 minus 8, it will be 56 meter. Okay, clear? So, the answer is 56 meter. C. Okay, so these are some of the questions which is given over here. So if you are watching this video, then it will be useful for you, I guess. And if you have any comments, please give it in the comment box. In the last video, one child told exams are nearby, so more tough questions they are expecting, which and all more expected questions. that one they're expecting they do learn, but in between if I am giving the tough questions, then you won't get the continuity. That's why I thought I will follow the book as such. Then it will be easy for you to follow, I guess. So that's all for today. If you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you for watching. Bye.